All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome in another little late night live. I'm gonna do some cross listing on Autoposher. I figured I'd just hop on live and answer questions and hang out while I get some listings cross listed. I did 20 listings today, I believe it was 20 listings, and I've already downloaded all of them in Autoposher. So all I have to do is cross list from here. So I am live on all platforms now. Let's go. Everything's loaded up. So hang out, cross list some items. Hopefully you guys are getting some work done too and get some work done. So what's up, Lily? Welcome in. Lily, you're always first. You're always here first every time. I actually listed an item today on eBay and it sold like super duper fast. It was a men's Brioni shirt. I listed it for $39.99. Autoposher sent a 10% out offer. As soon as a person liked it, it sold within an hour. So let's go get some eBay traction again, because it's been a while since we posted some new items. So it's good to see eBay algorithms back up and running for us and moving strong. What's up, Juliet? What's up, Tej? What's up, Hope? Welcome in. You're frozen? Am I frozen on Facebook? Somebody check Facebook really quick and see if I'm frozen. I should be good. It shows that I'm good over here. So if somebody's on Facebook and they can confirm that I'm good on Facebook, and then we'll get started. We'll hang out. We'll do some cross listing together. And if you guys don't know what Autoposher is, you'll kind of get a preview of how it works. So you're not frozen. Okay, we're good. So Hope, just check your connection on your end. I figured I wasn't frozen. If you're on Instagram, it's going to look a little different. It's going to be sideways instead of straight up and down, because I'm casting my computer screen so you guys can see my computer screen. So I'm sorry if it looks a little wonky, but yeah. You're at Epcot with Sonia, you lucky duck. You were there with the pink-haired girl. What are you guys doing? You guys collecting pins? Is that where you're trading pins? Good on Facebook? Okay, cool. We're all good. We're all good. Is there a way to bulk cross list? Not yet. She's coming out with a bulk cross lister. It should be out soon. She first is going to do analytics. So one reason why people are leaving Autoposher and going back to Vendoo is because Vendoo has analytics. So by the end of this month, she's hoping to have analytics out, which means Autoposher is going to be able to download all your sales information. You're going to be able to look on Autoposher and see your profit and loss and all that stuff. So that's going to be the next thing she works on. And then she wants to work on bulk delist, not bulk delist, bulk listing. That's the next thing she wants to work on. She's going to probably do that before she works on another platform, because I think bulk listing is way more important than working on a whole new platform. If you could just press a button and have everything loaded on at one time super fast, I think that's the way to go. So that's the next thing she's working on after that. So what about Prime Lister versus Vendoo? So Prime Lister does not have bulk delist relist. I'll show the screen how it looks right now. Prime Lister is behind on Autoposher. Prime Lister actually wanted me to promote their service for them, and I said no, because Autoposher for me is way better. So this is what the layout looks like. This is what Autoposher has done for me today. It's shared 2,900 items, 2,923. There's the party shares, community shares, and it's delisted and relisted 28 items for me. It's sent out 26 offers and done 60 follows on Poshmark. That's just Poshmark. Now this is something Prime Lister does not do. It does not automatically recreate listings on eBay, Poshmark, or eBay, Mercari, and Depop. Doesn't do it. They don't have this feature, which is huge for these three platforms, because basically what it's doing is it's creating a brand new listing for you and making sure that listing is fresh. So that's the difference. Also, I believe the cross lister is a lot better than what Prime Lister has. But this mainly is what Prime Lister doesn't have. And I don't think Prime Lister does analytics for these three platforms. Somebody can quote me or change that if that's false. But Autoposher is about to have the fact that you can look at all your analytics on all four platforms and get your profit and loss. That is huge. There's no need for a spreadsheet or anything like that. So I think it is good. You switched because of me? Nice. Yeah, if you guys switched from another platform, let me know what platform you switched from and why you like Autoposher better. So Posh Lister and Vendoo. I've never used Posh Lister. The only cross lister I've used Vendoo slightly because they gave me a free trial for a short period of time. And I've never used Posh Lister. Posh Lister sounds like it's only Poshmark, to be honest. Let me switch back to the main page right here. So Poshlister sounds like it's only a Poshmark type item. This does eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop. Again, it sends out offers on all four. It recreates listings on all four. It shares your listings. It does it all in the background without you having to have your computer on. That's the best part, is you don't need your computer on at all to do any of that stuff. So in my opinion, that's really beneficial. And I think most of the Posh bots that people are using, you have to have your computer on to make it work. So yeah, that automatically pushes Autoposher above the rest. Hope you're still saying I'm glitched. If somebody on Facebook can confirm that my screen is not glitched, I would appreciate it. I think we're good, because on my end it's still showing I'm good over here. So if I'm glitched, just let me know. If I get multiple people, then I'll change it over. No, I'm using Autoposher. Autoposher is the platform that I'm using right now. Yeah, Autoposher. No, you're good. You're good. Okay, cool. I'm going to show how Autoposher does cross-listing. Let me switch back to the Autoposher screen and show how this cross-listing works. So this is just your dashboard to show all of your delist, relist, offers, all that stuff. Just shows you what Autoposher is doing day in, day out. And then you have the inventory feature, and this is how you cross-list. So we'll go to page 2 and I'll show you how you can see your items are cross-listed. So obviously they're cross-listed on all four platforms. And then when we scroll up, we can see that these two were just imported today. And to import, all you have to do is hit this resync button, and it draws in all of your listings from all your platforms super fast. The first time you do it, it'll take a little bit because it's downloading a lot of information. And then after that, it's good to go. My video is freezing every now and then. Hold right. Oh, that's why. I might freeze up for a sec because I'm on the wrong. We should be good now. If you guys can see me, let me know. You guys can see me. Yeah, I know I just froze because I refreshed the page. Let me know if you can see me now. If not, I'll just do a full reset. Cool. Okay. Yeah, we're back. I was on the Wi-Fi booster. I must have, when I got power back, it must have hooked me up to the wrong Wi-Fi. So we should be good now, and it should be a lot clearer. It shouldn't be like splotchy or anything like that. You shouldn't see any glitching. So we should be good. Back. Does the stream look better? Does it look more clear? I can see it's clear on IG, way more clear on IG. I think we're good. Okay. Good. Okay, beautiful. All right, let's go back over to Autoposher, and I'll share that screen really quick. See you on YouTube? Cool. Appreciate you. Appreciate you guys. Sorry about that. I should have checked that before I went live. All right, so this is what the, again, inventory feature looks like. You can see each platform. You can also see how many listings you have on each platform. So as you can see, eBay has 28, 27 on Mercari, 25 on Poshmark. That's because some of the trains I list on eBay, I don't list on Mercari, and I definitely don't list those on Poshmark, and I definitely don't list those on Depop. So that's why they're different. Also, your table might look different than mine. Always the one with the most will always be on the left-hand side. So let's say you had all your listings on Poshmark first, and then you download them all to Autoposher, and you only had like 5 on eBay, none on Depop, none on Mercari. Poshmark would be in this spot first. So that's why it might look a little bit different for you guys than it looks for me. Let me make sure. Okay. And I'll just make sure I share on the screen. Okay, so now on this side, you can see right here that there's little orange listing things, and that means that this row is not verified. That means that it won't auto delist and relist, or auto delist when you sell the item. So that's one feature Autoposher has. If something sells on Mercari, it will delist from all of the platforms for you automatically, as long as this little red dot or red exclamation point is gone. So as you cross list, it'll actually take that away. So let's cross-list these Scotty Vest pants first. You can see, puts all the information in. I downloaded this from eBay. has all my information in correctly. Scotty Vest, waist 36. If I wanted to fill out any of this other information, I can, but I don't want to. So I just hit list to Poshmark, gives it a couple seconds, and then this should be listed. There you go. This is listed on Poshmark now. And then I can list this on Mercari. Come over here, everything's good. Usually when I list these, I just scroll from the top because all this information should be correct because it all gets imported. The only information you need to check is the stuff that's down at the bottom right here. So Scotty Vest 36, cargo pants. All of my shipping information comes in from eBay when I download my eBay listing. So all of this should be correct too. And usually it always picks the cheapest shipping option. If you wanted to change it, you could change it at this time to another one. So you could change it to priority if you wanted, whatever you want to do. I just always leave it at the cheapest, and then I hit list on Mercari, give it a couple seconds. And this is the one thing that she's going to change in the future. You're going to be able to do this for all of your listings with one click instead of doing each and every separate one, which is going to make this 10 times faster. And again, we don't know when that's coming out. That's the next thing she's going to work on. So Scotty Vest is not a brand that's in Depop, so this will never fill out this section, but everything else is correct. So then we're just going to hit list on Depop. If the platform doesn't have the brand, it can't import the brand for you. So you just have to skip over that portion and go to the next one. So you can list on Poshmark and then cross-list. Yep, you can list on Poshmark. You import your listings on Autoposher. It's right up here. There's a resync button. When you hit the resync button, you're going to hit the quick sync, and that's going to bring in all of your listings from your other platforms. And let's say this item was listed on eBay, Mercari, and Depop already. When you hit that resync button, it'll know that all of those are the same item based off AI. It'll bring it into the same row. And then all you have to do is list Poshmark. But let's say the AI didn't work correctly. And let's say that it looked like that. Like it didn't read that this was the same item. To put it to the row, all you have to do is just drag and drop it and it moves it to the correct row. And now Autoposher knows that's the same item. Also, it'll have a duplicate button up here and it'll show in your duplicate button if that happened or if you have duplicate listings. So it'll catch your duplicates. Right now I don't have any, so I can't catch any when I don't have any. So let's list Poshmark. We'll list this Burberry shirt. Men's Burberry, size large, everything's good. If you scroll up here, you can see men's large. Price I have it listed for. You can put in your cost of goods if you want to. I don't do that for Poshmark. And then you just hit list. And we'll do these next two, and then I'll go back and read questions. If you guys have questions, feel free to ask them in the chat. As I'm doing this, I'll answer all the questions you got on Autoposher. Also, if you like what you see and you want to give a free trial, there's a link in my bio, or use code KayWayShop and sign up. You'll be able to use the free trial, and then you're going to save 15% off your first month. So you get a little discount for it. So try it out, see if you like it, and then use that discount code and you'll save yourself some money. If you auto delist, ABs that are listed had a bunch of likes, the potential buyers. No, so that's a good question, honey. And for that one, this is how I see it. If you have a bunch of people that are liking your item currently and are not buying them, why do you care if they're liking your item? If you've already sent them out offers and they haven't accepted them and they haven't countered and they haven't bought your item, why do you care how many likes you have on that item? That item should be delisted and relisted, give it another chance, move it back up to the top of search, and get some new eyes on that listing because you already have eyes on it. People were window shopping that item and they didn't buy it. Are they going to buy it a year from now when they've been liking it for a year? No, they're just people that clicked on the listing on a Mercari listing and they happen to hit the like button. They've got the offer multiple times and they haven't accepted it. So I wouldn't really worry too much about those people because they haven't purchased your item yet. You want somebody that comes in and buys your item. So will this be on YouTube? Yeah, it's on YouTube. I have a couple of these on YouTube as well. So did the free trial, but only lasted 24 hours, and then we fully signed up. Got you. I thought it was a 5-day free trial, but I didn't use a free trial when I signed up for it. So it's good to know that it's a 24-hour free trial. So you get it for 24 hours. I think you can only cross list like so many items too. It's just to kind of show you how it works. And then after that, you got to sign up to get it. So can the buyer see the cost of goods? No. So on Poshmark, this is just for you, and you see this portion on your listing and also when you sell the item, but the buyer can't see that. We put our cost of goods in the custom SKU right here, which is also a portion that only we can see. So we use that. We don't use the cost of goods SKU, but you could easily just take this out and put $854 here if you wanted to, and that will be your cost of goods if you wanted to do it that way. But I like to keep that in the SKU. For this one, I'll just put it on both. Doesn't matter for that one. So this one changed the brand over to Off-White for some reason. It's probably because it's like a white in the title. So really quick, all you have to do is just type in Ms. and Main. Boom, that one's set. And the next one that you cross list should correct. It should be fine. Sometimes it's a competitor watching your sale. It could be that too. So if they haven't bought your item in so long, I just always look at it as, well, why do I care about that person liking my item? They should just buy it. If they don't buy it, then I'll just relist it and get some fresh eyes on it, so that way we can get a quicker sale. Do one more real quick, and then I'll kind of show you how speedily I can do through some of these listings. I have Poshmark, and I want to do some crossing. I have 900 items on eBay. If I add Poshmark, can I only list 700 for the first subscription? If I have more than 700, do I have to go to the next subscription? So if you want to do, you get 750 with the lowest automation and cross listing. So you'll be able to cross list 750 items in your first month. And then after that, you get renewed and you have a new 750 listing. So it doesn't like renew every month and like the old 750 count against your new 750. Every single month you get 750 credits to use. So you could get almost all of your stuff cross-listed in 1 month and then use the next month to get more. But you can also buy credits too. So if you wanted to get everything over in the first month, if you save your 15%, that basically should cover your credits for moving everything over too. So you'll basically pay the full amount, but you'll be able to get everything over. 7-day free trial when I sign up. Okay, so it is a 7-day free trial. Oh, but you love it. Gotcha. Okay. Amanda said she loved it so much after the first 24 hours she bought it. That makes more sense. Okay, so it's a 7-day free trial. If you use the link, you'll save 15% too whenever you decide to sign up. I had my first sale on Poshmark, but it didn't automatically remove it from eBay. Is there a setting I'm missing? So like I was saying, you have to have this little button checked right here. There's a verify this row button. Hit verify the row. And then also go into your account settings and click that you want it to auto delist. If you don't have that set up, then it won't auto delist. So again, go to your account settings and then click auto delist and it should do that for you. But also make sure all of your listings, all your rows are verified. If they're not verified, they will not auto delist from all platforms. So just go through and check that real quick. All right, let's list this. Ralph Lauren suit. It's a 48R. Sometimes it comes in as the wrong size, so we'll just go down really quick. 48R, suits and blazers. Boom, that one's listed. Easy peasy. But yeah, Deborah, you can move those items over super easy. You'll just be going straight down through eBay and adding all your listings in, which won't take much time at all. Size, they don't have suit sizes on Depop, as you can see. So you can just put other as your suit size and then just hit list. They don't have it on the platform, unfortunately. You can't put that in. So, and this one, put it as sports apparel. We'll just put like that. 48R, boom. That one's listed on Mercari. So easy peasy. I got to keep hopping back and forth over to IG. I keep missing y'all's questions. So when I buy from Goodwill and I pay tax, then when I sell on Poshmark, they pay taxes again. Should I not be getting taxed at Goodwill? No. I mean, you could give them your tax information if you have a tax license, but Goodwill probably won't accept that. So yes, you're going to pay tax. That's going to be your cost of goods. And then when the buyer buys something, that's also a cost of goods. So unless you have a way to give Goodwill your write-off, your tax ID, they which most of the time they won't accept it, you're going to pay tax and the other people are going to pay tax. Flip is cheaper. Yes, Flip is cheaper, but it does not have all the options that Autoposher has. I'll tell you right now, Flip does not auto delist, relist while your computer's off. Doesn't send out offers on all 4 platforms while your computer's off. Doesn't share on Poshmark while your computer's off. Doesn't have a good inventory feature and doesn't cross-list as effectively as Autoposher does. There's no way you can tell me that Flip is this easy to cross-list something. That item is cross-listed. Flip takes a lot longer than that. The reason why Flip is cheaper is because it's not as good of a service as the other ones are. That's why it's cheaper. A lot of the people that were pushing Flip are now not pushing Flip anymore. One of them being Johnny Resells. He is no longer pushing Flip because he has understood that it's not as good as the other ones. So that's why he stopped pushing it. Me and him had a good conversation about that. He decided to go with Vendoo, and I let him know that he'll probably be switching to Autoposher after he uses Vendoo for a while. Because one thing, the main complaint I get from people that use Vendoo is their auto sales detection does not work. Just doesn't work at all. which is not good for something that says they have auto sales detection. Vendu used to do it where you had to have your computer on for auto sales detection to work. They switched it over to not having to have your computer on. And ever since then, they've had a lot of issues with people having double sales and triple sales. You don't have to worry about that with Autoposher. It will automatically pull down your listings. If you had 100 items and list them on 4 platforms, does that take 400 credits or 100 credits? It takes, well, if you have 100 items already listed, when you download them into Autoposher, it doesn't count as any credits. When you list them for each platform you list on, it takes 1 credit. So for that instance, it would be 300 credits to cross-list those to 3 platforms because you've already had them listed on 1. You just imported those. Imports don't count as any credits used. Where did I get the 15%? When you sign up for Autoposher, use code KayWayShop or Deborah in the description of this live on Facebook. There's a link that you can click, and you just click that link and you'll get that 15% off. It's cost of goods private. It can only be seen by you. So SKU and cost of goods, these two can only be seen by you. They cannot be seen by the buyer. So yes, it is private. Shut up, Felix. Get out of here, Felix. All right, cross-listing some Peter Millar really quick. As you can see, I just scrolled to the bottom. I verify that bottom part is correct. Usually it always is. The mids and mains usually have an issue with coming in, but things like Peter Millar will come in correctly. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. No problem. Feel free to keep asking questions or just hang out and see how it works. Usually when I'm not on live, I can do this pretty quick. I don't think Public Rec is it's not a brand on Autoposher or on Poshmark, so I'm not going to worry about filling out that field. I'll just hit that share button or hit the list button and then go to the next one. Public Rec is kind of like a weird niche brand that you don't really find too often. When's the next live thrift? I'm hoping Thursday, but again, I'm hoping that we have internet connection or connectivity, cell connectivity to be able to live thrift. It's super spotty right now because of the hurricane. A lot of the cell towers went down. So I'm hoping we can do a live thrift. I'm going to do probably a pre-live, right when we start to see how the connections work. If it doesn't, then I'll just film probably a YouTube video and I'll post a live thrift YouTube video. Because I have a feeling that it's not going to work. Because even when I was trying to get service here at my house, I wasn't able to for those couple days we were missing power. So I hope we can. Currently use Prime Lister. Do I close that out completely before I start with Autoposher? Yes, because you don't want Prime Lister to do its thing and also have Autoposher doing its thing, because if you have 2 services sharing your listings, there's a good chance that Poshmark could catch that and then possibly ban your account for using 2 services to share your listing. So I would, if you do keep Prime Lister around, do the free trial, Christy, on Autoposher, and then cancel your Prime Lister listing or Prime Lister service. But while you're using Autoposher, just turn everything off. I think there's probably a way to turn stuff off when you're using Prime Lister, just to make sure you like Autoposher before you cancel that service, since you already have it. Trust me, you're gonna like it a lot more. There's a lot of people coming over from Prime Lister. But yeah, I wouldn't run both at one time. No, that would be really bad, because you'll have multiple things sharing and liking at the same exact time, and there's a good chance that Poshmark will be like, hey, what's going on with this account? It's randomly sharing, you used to share 300 items a day and now it's sharing 6,000 items a day. What is this account doing? Yeah, you don't want to do that. So any idea when AP is releasing there? So she just did a live the other day, the sales and profit. She's trying to get it out before the end of the month. So that's what she said on the live. She did a live on TikTok with 2 other guys for I Can Hustle All Day and Arizona. Did a live with both of those guys, and she said she wants it out before the end of this month, which will be super great. Super great to have that. It'll help me a lot, because then I'll just have to put in my whatnot numbers. I won't have to put in any of my other numbers. So hopefully end of this month. Usually when she gives a timeline, she's pretty spot on with it. If she is late with it, it's usually a week or 2 later. As long as she has it done before the end of this year, or the beginning of next year, sorry. That would be great for me. I can continue doing my spreadsheet till the end of the year, but I need it for next year, because that would be super nice to have that. Just basically have everything automated, from your sales to your sharing to your offers. All of that being automated is crazy good. Saves you so much time. And then if she adds Whatnot, I'm assuming that Whatnot will be integrated to all of this too as soon as she adds that in. What's up, Peak? How's everything going over there, Peak? were able to convince her to add cost of goods to work with the custom SKU. I didn't ask her that question during the live. I'll ask her that on the side and see what she says. I'm assuming that if you put cost of goods into here, it should go into the table. I'm almost certain that's how it's going to work. I don't know why she would have a cost of goods field and not have that work with the actual sales. Sale. I don't know what to call it. It'd be sales, not detection, but numbers, like numbers for your items sold and all that good stuff. So I'll ask her about that though. I'm sure that's what she's thinking. I want to take down my summer items and make room for my winter and Christmas items so I don't go over my store limit of 1,000. How long does eBay keep your deleted items? I want to say it's 90 days. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. What I would do, Deborah, is if you're pulling down a lot of listings, I would actually make sure the items that you're listing are worth you taking the time to list. Because you shouldn't be pulling down items and then using that time to relist those items. The good thing is Autoposher will store all that information in your inventory spreadsheet or inventory list. So if you pull something down, it'll still be in here and you can relist off Autoposher. But if you're taking down that much listings, you need to focus on picking up items that are going to sell quickly for you, quicker than they are, so you don't have to worry about pulling down all those listings and relisting them. That's a lot of wasted time, a lot of wasted like retaking of photos and things like that. I would keep all that stuff up because people buy summer items in the winter and winter items in the summer, especially if you sell overseas via the eBay global shipping program. If you cross this from Depop, would you have to go in and add dimensions for other platforms since Depop only uses weight for shipping? Yes, but when you go through and you add that information in, for like eBay, it should still keep it for Poshmark and Mercari, so you only have to add it in once. But yes, you will have to add the dimensions in. It says optional for things like Mercari and Poshmark, but I would suggest you put them in because Depop doesn't have that, just has large as your parcel size. I've never seen anybody cross list from Depop to the other ones. Usually it's the other way around, but yes. I use Autoposher and love it. Let's go, Stephanie. I love Autoposher too. I've been using the automation tool, I think since April of last year. I think is when I started using it. It was either April or May. And then when the Crosslister came out, I dropped List Perfectly and started using Autoposher from there on out. And I love it. It is the best, easiest Crosslister. That's the reason I promote it. I could have promoted other platforms. Other platforms were offering me way better deals than Autoposher was to promote their platform. But to be honest, Autoposher is by far the best. It's the easiest to use. It's the most efficient to use. It does everything that I need it to do. And then especially when she gets that sales data tracker in, that'll be even better. And that'll save me from having to put all my numbers into a spreadsheet, which saves me a lot of time because that's where I use most of my time when I'm doing my numbers and stuff during the day. I actually just trained Kayla how to do it, so now I don't have to worry about doing it. But yeah, adding numbers into a spreadsheet, all your cost of goods, your fees, all that stuff, that takes so much time. So much time. All right, there we go. That one's listed. All this stuff again today is stuff I listed today on eBay and I downloaded into Autoposher. I might show you guys how that works too. How I list a couple items and then I just sync them in. I'll do that at the end of the live and show you how it works. Is Autoposher in Poshmark? No, this is a service. Autoposher is a service that allows you to cross list to eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop. It shares your Poshmark listings. It sends out offers on all 4 platforms and it relists on all 4 platforms. So it has nothing to do with being like affiliated with Poshmark. It's just a cross lister, kind of like List Perfectly, Vindu, those big names. She did say she might rebrand the name, and I think it'll be smart because a lot of people see the name Autoposher and assume that it's just for Poshmark. And the problem is it's not just for Poshmark. It used to be just for Poshmark, and that's how she started. And then she's been expanding it to multiple platforms after that. But I think a rebrand would work. She was asking for name suggestions in the last live she was in. And I think that would be smart to kind of rebrand. How does Autoposher work when some platforms have different number of maximum photos? Does it use the first photos? Yes, it only uses, so if, for example, I don't know how many photos Depop uses, but I think it's like 5 or something like that. It'll use your first number of photos. So if it only allows 7 photos, it'll use just your first 7 photos and that's it. I don't really have issues with that on my end because I only use 5 to 7 photos on all my listings. But yes, it will only use your first 7. But you can go through and select which ones you want it to use while you're cross listing. So even if it has a limit, you can select which ones. For mobile, this is a website, so you can do all of this on your phone as well. If you see any of my shorts with Autoposher in them, all those shorts were filmed from my phone. So all those shorts, every single one of them was filmed from my phone. So if you're on the go, you just log into Autoposher website. There's a way to make a small widget on your main screen on your phone as well. And so you just click that widget. She has a video on how to do that. And then you can list straight from your phone. So can you have different prices on different platforms? Yeah, so when you're cross-listing, you just change the price right here. So as you can see right here, if I didn't want this to be 50, if I wanted it to be 60 as I cross-list really quick, all I do is just take that out and put 60 in, and Autoposher will keep it the same. It does give you a warning sometimes if you have like a huge price discrepancy, but that's just for your information, so that way you know, like, hey, you have a huge price discrepancy, so maybe you want to look at that, but you don't have to. So sorry, this might be a really silly question, but what do you mean by sharing? So on Poshmark, let me go to my main page really quick. Dashboard. So on Poshmark, this portion right here is your share tool, and basically what that does is it pushes your listings up to the top of search. So basically, if you just take your listing and you share it to anybody on Poshmark, it takes your listing, moves it back to the top. So when somebody searches for your particular item, let's say they're Rock Revival jeans, yours will pop up. So by it sharing in the background all day to multiple people all day long, you're constantly keeping your inventory at or near the top of search. Not always will it be at the top. It used to be at the top every time you shared, but they've introduced a you can pay per click on Poshmark now, and that puts you all the way to the top of search whenever you pay to promote. But sharing will also get you near or at the top of search. How do I get Please? Can't find the app in the Play Store. It's not an app. It's a website. Jodelle, if you look at the description of this live, I have a link to sign up, and you'll save 15%, and that'll also get you the free trial as well. So you just click that link that's in the description. If you can't find it, I always have my link tree in my pin post or in my bios on all platforms. You just click my link tree. I think it's like the second or third link in my link tree, and that'll get you your 15%. And again, you get to start a free trial. I think it's a 7-day free trial is what we decided in the chat for the people that have tried the free trial. So you'll be able to use it for 7 days, limited access to it. And then if you like what you see, you can sign up for it, and you'll automatically save 15% by using that link, or use code KayWayShop when you sign up, and you'll get that 15%. All right, let's finish these last two really quick, and then we're going to list 2 items on eBay, and I'll show you how the import feature works really quick. But yeah, if you guys are on Facebook, super easy. It's just linked right in the description. Facebook is so easy. I wish Instagram did it where if you put a link in the live, it was clickable. They don't let you do that. And also on YouTube, I don't think YouTube allows you to have a clickable link in a live. I think they allow it on regular videos, but Facebook, you guys got it easy. You just like click the link, tap it, and go right to the site. You guys got it easy. All right, we're finishing up these last 2. As you guys see, this is super easy to cross list. You're just basically clicking, and it's moving the listings. And as soon as it's done refreshing, it is on the platform. It doesn't like have a delay where it's like loading. As soon as this ends, it's on the other platforms. It's ready to be bought by other by buyers, by users. All right, let me go over to my eBay drafts really quick, and then I'll bring you guys over there. And we'll list 2 easy items really quick. Boom, we're back, big screened. All right, let me see what we got going on eBay. That's how many drafts I have, by the way. I have 88 total drafts to go. So let's do something easy. Let me find, there's a good shirt, Ponchos, great brand to resell. All right, let's do this Ralph Lauren. We'll do 2 Ralph Lauren shirts, make it easy. When recreating on eBay, how do I keep the listings promoted? You have an automated promotion. I'll show you how to do that. I'll screen share it in just a second. Let me get these 2 listed, and then I'll show you exactly what I mean by that. All right, so these are $22.99. That's what I list all my regular Polo Ralph Lauren shirts for. So we'll list that one to eBay. And then we'll do one more Polo Ralph Lauren shirt to keep it nice and simple. I don't want to do that top one. I guess I might do the top one. Actually, let's do this Tommy Bahama. Tommy Bahama would be easier. All right, so Tommy Bahama linen shirt. I'm gonna list this one for $29.99 plus ship. $9.99 plus ship. I'm gonna take offers off on this one, and that one's listed. So let me go to my promotions tab for you. I'll show you exactly how to set up that automated promotion. Should be under advertising and then your dashboard, I believe. Yeah, advertising right here, dashboard. And then you're going to promoted listings right here. So what you're going to do is you're going to hit the top, create new campaign, and then promote your listings right there. Boom. Hit that promote your listings button and then go through the steps, set up your promoted listings, how you want to promote it, and you'll be good to go. So, and then automatically promote at whatever rate you have it set. It said 3% there, but I always promote at 5%. I just didn't change the title of that one. So once you have that set up, as soon as Autoposher delists your item and then relists it, it'll automatically get a promotion. That's one thing people were saying that they didn't like, that they weren't able to keep promoting your listings. It's just because they didn't have the automated promotion set up through Autoposher. All right, so we're going to bring you guys back over to Autoposher. As you see, everything is cross-listed. I don't list trains on these two platforms, so I'm going to keep that train right there. That actually, this train sold for full price, and then the person canceled. I was like, oh, why do you got to cancel on me? All right, so to sync your listings, all you're going to do is hit resync, and then you're going to do a quick sync, and you're going to hit OK. Now, what Autoposher is doing is it's importing all of your listings. It's checking all of your listings on all the platforms, and it's only going to bring in the ones that you just did. Even though it's going through all of your inventory, it's only going to bring in the ones that you just did because it has all of the information for the other ones. And usually this takes anywhere, sometimes it takes 30 seconds, other times it takes 5 minutes. I think it just depends on how many people are resyncing their inventory while you're doing it. So you just let this run its course really quick, and then once it's imported, you'll see it prompts you to start cross-listing. You just hit OK, and it'll bring in the 2 listings that we just did on eBay. But in the meantime, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat below. This is a good time to ask your questions. That way I can get them answered for you. And hopefully you guys are liking Autoposher. Like I said, I've been using it for a while. I left List Perfectly when Autoposher came out with the cross lister because she kind of hinted to how good it was going to be. So I've been using it ever since then. And yeah, came over from LP to promote this. So this is much better than List Perfectly because with List Perfectly, you would have to download each and every listing, and then whenever you cross-listed, it opened up a new tab and cross-listed your stuff. It was really annoying to use, and this is so much simpler to use. So as you can see, it says sync complete. That means it brought in those 2 listings. You can see it says 2 listings right there, and then you're just gonna hit go to inventory, and then right at the top, you can see that Ralph Lauren shirt is right there, and the Tommy Bahama is right up here. And like I said, it scanned through all the inventory, and the great thing about this is this does not count as credits. So these 2 items were brought in, and they're basically brought in for free. You don't have to waste any of your credits to do so. So if you already have listings on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari, and when you download them in, it's not going to count as each credit as you're coming in. It's only going to count when you cross list in Autoposher. You can always create your own listing in Autoposher too if you want to do it that way. I always find it easier to just create my listing in eBay and then bring it over to Autoposher. So much simpler for me. But if you wanted to create it in Autoposher, just understand that when you create a listing in Autoposher, that listing will count as a credit on all 4 platforms. So I always suggest to bring them in from the platform itself instead of doing it on Autoposher. But this Ralph Lauren shirt, just got a cross list. You hit that. What's up, Tony? Just hit that. Boom, boom. We'll get all these cross-listed to all the platforms, and those 2 listings will be good to go within, probably 2 minutes. You'll have these 2 listings over to all your other platforms, and they'll be available for sale. Yeah, cross-listed and ready to go. It's Tommy Bahama shirt. As you can see, I just scrolled to the bottom. I verify these rows are good on Poshmark, and I just hit list. There's no use to check over all the information because all the information above should be exactly the same as my eBay stuff. Can you explain about credits? Yes, this little button right down here, how it says +1, that's 1 listing credit. So depending on the plan that you pick, you will have a set amount of credits to use for that month. So the first Cross-listing plan has 750 credits for the month. And then at the next month, it automatically renews when your subscription renews. Or you can get the max plan, which gives you 2,000 listing credits. But every time you cross list, every platform you cross list to, that's one listing credit that you use. Sure about the monthly cost. Yeah, I'll tell you the monthly costs right here. So those are all listed. We're ready to go. And I'll go over pricing really quick. So this is how pricing works. It's a little tiny bit confusing until you understand that it's not really that confusing if you just read each column. So if you just want the automation feature, which is this feature right here, if you just want the automation, not the cross lister, not the inventory dashboard, but you want to be able to share, send out offers, recreate listings, all of that. That's going to be under the very first plan, which is $35 a month. If you just want to cross list, that's it. You just want the cross listing. You don't want the automation feature because maybe you're on eBay and you don't really want to share too much, whatever you decide. That's going to be $39.99 a month. That gets you 750 listing credits, 100 smart credits, which is background removal if you want to do that. Also, if you wanted to create your description for you, that's a smart credit as well. All that information is right down here. And then you get auto sales detection and auto delisting. You get that with the cross lister, which is $39.99 a month. If you needed more than 750 credits and you need 2,000 credits, for an extra $20 a month, so $59.99 a month, you'll get 2,000 credits and all of this that you get down below. So that just gets you more credits as that extra 20 bucks. The center one is both the bundle package, so you get a little bit of a discount if you do the automation and the cross lister, $69.99 a month, and that gets you the 750 credits with both of these features combined. And then again, if you needed 2,000 credits, and it's an extra 20 bucks a month, so it'd be $89.99, and you get 2,000 listing credits. You get all the automation tools, inventory manager, auto delist, relist, everything like that. Most people don't need this bulk plan with the 2020 unless you have a lot of inventory to cross list. And then you could always cross list it, use that 15% off code, get everything cross listed in the first month, and then drop down to the next tier. So that way you're not paying that $89.99, you're only paying $69.99 per month. But yeah, that's how those work. Again, if you want it bumped up, you're just adding $20 onto these two functions. So I hope that helps. And again, automation tool is this. You get everything you see here with the automation tool. You don't get the inventory feature and you don't get auto sales detection. That's the only two things you don't get. But when you get the cross lister, you'll get auto sales detection and you'll get this whole inventory feature where you can look at all your inventory and where it's cross listed. So you can upgrade at any time, correct? So anytime you can start out with the less plan and then you decide to, hey, I want to jump up to the big plan, you can jump up. I'm sure if you reach out to Autoposher too and it's like halfway through the month, she might give you like a discount for going up to the next plan too if you needed to do that. So what about when your item sells? Does it show sold on all platforms? Yes, it does. So if you go right here to your solds, it shows where the item sold. So you can see these Beyond Yoga leggings sold on eBay and then they were delisted from the other platforms. This Patagonia shirt sold on Poshmark and it was delisted on the other platforms. So it'll show you where the item sold and which platforms it was delisted on. So it's really cool functionality. There's tons of different features up here that you can look at. You can filter this inventory tab however which way you want. I always just leave it on listed so that way I know what my listed inventory is. But let's say I sold an item and I can't find it, or I need to find out where it was listed at, where it sold at, to put in my spreadsheet. Then I just hit the sold, and then you can like type in Patagonia, and then you can look at all of your Patagonia sales. So if you like, even if I wanted to like pull photos for listings so that way I can make like a post on my social media, I can go through here and pull them off here. And if I wanted to go back and look at photos of a listing, so if a buyer says, hey, there was a small spot on that, I can go into here and look at it if I wanted to do it that way. You can also do the same thing for the listed too. You can type in Patagonia, pulls up all of your Patagonia listings, so that way you can just go through. I don't know why right now it's not showing these, but pulls in all your listings for you. And then if you want to just go back to the main one, just hit like that, goes back to the main. Super easy, super simple to use. I don't think I missed anybody's question on IG. You guys are on a separate page, so it's hard for me to keep track, but I think you guys are just I think you guys are just hanging out watching. Yeah, no mobile app. That was the last question I got. I already got that one answered. So there you go. We cross-listed 20 items during this live, and then we also listed 2 more items and cross-listed those 2 items. I'll probably do more of these lives more often, maybe once or twice a week. And once everybody gets used to how Autoposher works, it won't be like Q&A about Autoposher. It'll just be us hanging out cross-listing. That's eventually what I want to get to. But Autoposher is new to most people. It's not one of the mainstream cross-listers like List Perfectly and Vendu, and even Prime Lister is more of a name than Autoposher is. So a lot of people don't understand what it is and how it works. So that's why we get a lot of questions about it, and I'm happy to answer those. But I think eventually Autoposher is going to be the top dog, because right now, in my eyes, once it gets the sales functionality and it's able to track all your sales information, there's no reason why you should be on any other platform unless you're you don't make enough reselling to justify the price point. That's the only thing like holding you back, or you don't have enough listings that justifies the price point, and you use something like Flip that's cheaper. That's the only reason why I would see you using another platform, because Autoposher by far is the easiest, does the most. It's just the best in my eyes. That's why I promote it. I only promote things that I use in my business, and this is something that I use in my business every single day. Every single day since last March, Autoposher has shared my listings, sent out offers, done all that stuff for me. So I've been using it for a while, and I've had very minimal issues with it. And anytime I have an issue with something, I reach out to Neha, who's the founder, and she deals with all the background stuff on Autoposher, and she's able to fix stuff super quick. She has, from what I understand, most people say that Autoposher's customer service is by far better than the rest. Usually you have to wait a couple days for a response. With Neha, you usually get it back right away. So I'm just starting out, and I think it will be the best way for me. It's definitely the easiest to learn by far. There's the other ones like List Perfectly, where you open new tabs and you have to like download a widget to be able to put your listings into List Perfectly. It's very, very hard. Autoposher, it's just clicking buttons and hooking up your platforms. That's it. Autoposher and Prime Lister are 2 different platforms, yes. Prime Lister is similar, but it's missing a lot of features that Autoposher currently has. Again, Prime Lister reached out to me and wanted me to promote their platform. And the first thing I asked them was, do you have auto delist, relist on eBay, Mercari, and Depop? And their answer was no. They've reached out a couple times and said they haven't even started working on it yet. They want to get it done, but I let them know, like, if you don't have auto delist, relist on those 3 platforms, that's huge, because it's keeping your listings fresh on those 3 platforms automatically. Autoposher does it automatically for you. You don't have to have your computer running. Super, super nice. While I was away on the hurricane, Autoposher was still sharing my listings for me. It was still sending out offers on eBay for me. It was still auto delisting, so if something sold on eBay, it would auto delist on all the platforms, and I didn't have my computer running. Obviously, we were out of power here for a couple days. It does all that for me because it does it in the background. It doesn't have to have your computer open to do any of that. I do not get what you have to do to get the delister to work correctly. The delister is in your settings. Let me see if I can show this without showing my personal information, because it's under your dashboard. So the bottom left-hand corner, if you click your name in the bottom left and you hit account, let me see. Right here. Does this show any information? I don't think it does. We're good. Right here. When you go to down at the bottom, you're going to click this button right here, and then you're going to go to account. After you go to account, you're going to hit the settings button, and then right at the top it says sales detection, and then you're going to turn that on and turn it on for all platforms. I think you have to turn all these on individually. I'm not going to try to do it because I don't want to turn them off accidentally. But yeah, you just click all these on, and then now you should be auto delisting. And then also when you're on your inventory tab, there's going to be a little orange button right here next to all of your listings. Unless you've already cross-listed them, make sure that orange tab is hit. You got to click it and then hit OK, and then it's going to verify that row for you. If you haven't verified your rows, you're not going to get auto sales detection. So again, turn on auto sales detection first, and then verify all of your rows next to make sure everything's verified, and you should be good to go. You'll get auto sales detection working for you. I think when I made my video on YouTube, I don't think auto sales detection was a thing yet. Maybe it was. I don't remember. But I don't know if I showed that part in my YouTube video. I need to remake the whole YouTube video on Autoposher. I think once she creates the sales data for functionality, I'm going to remake that whole YouTube video because now it looks completely different. But I hope that helped, Jared. Let me know in the chat if that helped you with what you're having an issue with. If not, and if it doesn't work and you have something else messed up, maybe you have another functionality. Okay, cool, nice. Okay, yep, that's how you turn it on. So easy peasy. That's probably something that you should have on the inventory tab instead of on that secondary page because it is a little bit harder to find. I don't know if she's going to be able to fix that, but I can reach out to her and tell her, like, hey, you should have that like above the inventory tab, like turn on auto sales detection or something like that. So that way you guys don't have to like, dive through the whole thing to try to find where that is. So, all right, I think that's it. I appreciate you guys. No, you would be a horrible candidate for Autoposher. Actually, Surf's never cross-listed before Autoposher. I remember I used to talk to him about it, and he said he didn't want to do it because it took too much time. And now Surfs is pushing Autoposher just like I am because Surfs loves Autoposher just like I do. It's so easy to use that even Surfs up with the little tiny brain cells that he has, he's able to use Autoposher. You should see this guy when it comes to technology. He sucks with it, and he's able to use Autoposher. So if he can use it, anybody can use it. Anybody can use it. All right, I'll probably do another one of these lives maybe later on this week, maybe on like Thursday or Friday night. I'll hop on and do a little Autoposher live. And again, I want to get to the point where we're able to just cross list and hang out and talk. But obviously with Autoposher being new, you're going to get a lot of questions, and I'm cool with it. So I'm going to head off. I appreciate you guys hanging out. And again, if you like what you saw, you like Autoposher, there's a link in the description of this video, or go to any of my bios. You click on my link tree, and it should be like the second link is the Autoposher link. Sign up with that link. You get a 7-day free trial, and you also save 15% off your first month when you decide to buy Autoposher. So click that link if you like what you see, and sign up. Use it for 7 days. If you love it, get 15% off your first month. Let's go.